This is the place where Bickel has been fishing and
beautiful.
living for years and years, and that was in the year 1920.
It's kind of a magic place here. And
Absolutely.
There's still a lot of fish in this river.
Yeah, you have seen some fish rising here?
Yeah, they're very active in the moment.
Actually, he passed away, he was 55, and that was in the year 1945.
Very early.
And his father was coming from Germany, and his father's name was Oskar Bickel.
Oskar. Okay.
And as you see here in the picture, when he was fishing with a very famous automatic reel, the one you can pull out and it comes in automatically with a spring.
Yeah.
A very famous company, UMV, and in that factory they are making the very famous file. Now, I mean, after so many years, they are so famous that when we are talking in a factory about one of those tools, we do not say file, but could you give me a valorbe? So it's even a name more than just a tool.
Yeah.
There is one thing quite interesting on that picture is those wood cases, wood boxes that you have here.
Okay, yeah.
And actually they were used to collect the fish during the day. So people fishing got one specific box and they were putting their fish inside. There were a locker. It's pretty unique. I haven't seen that very often in other countries.
No, me neither. Okay.
So I'm going to tie now the Moustique du Jura. This is the one which has been tied in Courfeyve by Maximilien José. For that, I will use a little bit of thread first, and then we'll use some chicken knuckle to make the tail. And we will use that for the tail. The raffia was very popular because you see it's a shiny material, and this is very nice to create the illusion of the chitin of the body of the insects. Start to tie it by the end first. You go up to, you are going to end the body, and then you wrap around. Be careful not to touch the point of the hook, because this is a kind of fragile material and you can break it easily. We'll use a CDC. But when you reach the end, it's more and more complicated because it's very thick and dense, so you have to be very careful. You make like 4 or 5 turns, it's enough. 1 wrap to secure and few wraps to secure the thread on front. And then your finisher, very simple. Couple of wraps, another one, like this, and then we are done. You know, you have long and short fibers all around.
Yeah. Okay. Mm.
That's the reason it's not very regular. Now you remember on the sample I just showed you earlier, it's kind of very nicely round. So how do they do that? So the trick is very simple. You put all the barbs popping in front and then 1 cut, and here everything got the same length. It's extremely easy.
Yeah.
So let me show you the Mayfly. For that, I've been using a Hong hook shank and tying thread at the beginning of the curve, come back. And once again, this nice coque de leopardo for the tail. I mean, those nice feathers are very important when you are underwater in the same element as the fish. As you see here, what is very different from a regular chicken hackle is the conicity of the stem. It's very, very big conicity compared to chicken hackle. I will use that for giving the illusion of a conical body shape, which is the case of the natural insects. I will use the natural conicity of the stem by being very regular when I twist and wrap, twist and wrap. So you start almost flat first and then twist and wrap, twist and wrap, twist and wrap. And as the feather is increasing, I mean the stem is increasing, the body will be bigger and bigger. And this is going to give the illusion of a nice conical body shape. When you want to do that with a traditional daubing, it's almost impossible to be perfectly conical.
Yes,
but for that, it's very easy because it's a natural conicity provided by the stem. Look at that. It's perfectly conical and segmented. So you do not need to use anything else. So now, what do we have to do? I will use a little bit of floss, which I will use to split the wings.
Okay.
So I just do 1, 2, 3 turns. And then put those fibers here. And I leave them on the back. I will use them later. Now, to finish the thorax, I will use a second feather that I will put here. And now the wings. For that, let's see, that color blue done will be kind of nice for that. So, same technique, put the barb 90 degrees from the stem, get rid of the very beginning, not so friendly to tie with. Repeat the same procedure on the second feather, and then collect the barbs. It's just a little bit complicated for the first 20,000 and after it's okay. So you tie the 2 wings in one run, like kind of strong, and then use your plier to grab the second feather, and then you just twist the feather, lift the material, go 1 time on the back, a second one on the back again, and as you will see, the the fibers for the wing intend to stand up. And then you can go on the front and do the end of the thorax. Now you use your scissors to trim the excess. You are almost done. If it is the first time you are doing this, probably the best is to secure by a first knot, so you are free, nothing can be damaging the result. And now you split the amount to divide the wings in two. And then you finish on the front by a few wraps. Once again, few wraps to secure under the floss, trim off, and then secure by the web finish knot. The job is not yet finished. Now we have to adjust the lengths. So for that, you just grab the two wings, cut it, and as the natural shape of the insect is a little bit like this and not like it is now, do not hesitate to shape the wing. And here the work is done. I like pretty much this style because you have the three major elements, which is the tail, conical body, two wings, which looks pretty similar to the natural insect. And on top of that, what I like very much when I'm fishing those flies is when you are casting, the wings intend to go like this on the body, and at the end of your cast, pop, and the fly is just coming onto the surface, but not like a stone, you know, just like a parachute. And it is kind of soft.